Okay, welcome in. So we had you to create your life's masterpiece, and there was only one thing that I told you to do that you really had to do. And the thing that I told you had to do was to was to uh, is to draw a circle on your paper. So here's what most of you did. Most of you did a big circle, and then you did all your little stuff inside the circle, right? The circle of your life, which is really interesting. And I do this every semester, and just about, I would say 90% or more of the students, probably 95% of the students do that. Now, if you'll notice, my instructions never said to draw the circle. It just said you had to have a circle on your paper. It never said, you may have thought it said that you had to have your information within the circle. I did not. Now, I love what someone said, and I can't remember if it was you guys or my University of West Georgia class that did this exercise as well. But do y'all remember the movie Dirty Dancing? They said nobody puts baby in a corner. Y'all remember that? Nobody puts baby in the corner. And they also said nobody puts my life in a circle. And they didn't even draw the circle. And I thought, man, what stones that took to just tell me, hey, screw you, pal. I'm not putting a circle on my paper. So I love that, because what I wanted you to do is I wanted you to put the circle on the paper somewhere. And then I wanted you to do the art of your life, the buildings and the little bicycles that you guys drew and all that kind of stuff to do your life. So what that tells me, and I'm no psychologist, but that tells me that you guys are thinking inside of the box. Remember when I told you that life for many of us was, you had to had to have a helmet when you rode your bicycle. When you were in school, you had to color inside the lines. And we have in education, especially, and even in higher education at university level, we have taught you to think inside the box. But what I want you to do is to think outside the box. And I want you guys to be disruptors in your life, in your job. I want you to be different than everybody else, because everybody else in the investment world can't invest because they have extraordinary debt, paycheck to paycheck, living with 70% plus in stress about money. Can't even invest because they've got debt. So if you want to be like everybody else, be inside the circle. Now, you guys did some really good artwork, and I didn't count off on you for doing it in circle, but I just wanted you to think about it. I want you to be outside the box thinkers. I want you to be the 1% of Americans, that top 1%. I want you to be extremely wealthy. As J.L. Collins says, we want you to have FU money, and we want you to do extraordinary things. The problem is, most people wake up in the morning from a perspective of scarcity. Oh, woe is me. The world is out to get me and attack me. My boss hates me. My dog hates me. My goldfish hates me. My kids hate me. My spouse hates me. My parents hate me. The world hates me. Everybody's out to get me. And this is a miserable way to live. Sad, horrible. We don't want you to live from a place of scarcity. Oh, what will the world do today? I'll bet you my car is going to tear up today. I'll bet you that the house is going to have a flood in the basement. The plumbing's going to mess up. You're always expecting something bad to happen. No, no, no. I want you to wake up in the morning from the perspective of abundance, right? You wake up in the morning and you're like, wow, what a day. I get to attack my job. I get to attack my career. I get to experience opportunity. I get to meet new people. I get to do extraordinary things with my time. I have opportunities. I have an ability to do marvelous and great things. I get to go to class today with Dr. Gaines. Woo! I'm excited. We get to learn things. We get to develop my career. We get to enhance my personal relationships with my kids, with my spouse. I get opportunity. Two totally different ways of looking about life. You either come from this principle of scarcity, which is misery, or you come from this principle of abundance. What do I have to give the world that will make the world a much better place? This is much more satisfying and gratifying in life, because I'm going to tell you something. I've been here. I was the little fat kid at school that hated to go to school because kids would make fun of me. Oh, wow. Which kid is going to be mean to me at school today? Oh, wow. Who's going to make fun of me? Who's going to laugh at me? I always was living from this principle of scarcity. Something around seventh grade changed. I got in the band and I was actually good at something. I had never been good at anything in my life, but all of a sudden I was good at something. So I took my trumpet and I played it, and it made me a little bit more popular with the kids. They didn't make fun of me anymore. Next thing you know, I have relationships with other people in the band. And by the time I was a senior in high school, I went from a C student in elementary school to a valedictorian in the 12th grade and school president, class president, all from a kid who used to be made fun of in elementary school. My total perspective changed. And you've got to make a decision. Are you going to go from a principle of scarcity or abundance? The principle of scarcity has you going into the job place going, I will do as little as possible because my employer hates me anyway. So you go in and you go, I am a 9 to 5er. As soon as that clock goes off at 5 o'clock, I am out of there. I'm not doing anything extra. It's not in my job description. Kind of reminds me of the time that I was at Walmart. God forbid, I don't go there often anymore, but I was at Walmart and I saw an employee there. And I said, hey, could you point me to the pasta? And the employee said, and I quote, sorry, I'm on break. Sorry, you're on break? All you had to do is point me to the right place. It would have taken you as much time to show me the aisle with the pasta as to tell me that you were on break. That person was living their life from the perspective of scarcity. Oh, woe is me. I don't have enough money to go on vacation. I don't have enough money to have a great dinner tonight. I don't have enough money. Instead of saying, for principle of abundance, hey, I've got enough for cereal tonight. I don't have enough for a steak dinner. And instead of this person with the same financial situation going, I don't have enough money for a steak dinner, they're like, hey, I've got enough money for cereal. Yay. Sad, happy, disgruntled, content, miserable, joyful. So when you go into your job, and I don't care if your job is miserable, what I want you to go in and go, how can I make this place better? What is it that I can do that would make this better? Now, Some of you in your work are doing wonderful things on your discussions. You're bolding a heading, you're double spacing, you're italicizing the question, you are just writing in complete sentences. You're doing wonderful work. You stand out to me. You are a standout. Stand out is outstanding. Others of you in a discussion post will write 2 sentences, and they may not even be complete sentences. And you don't double space them. You put them really close together so that it's hard for me to read. Others of you take time and do bullet points. You make it easy. You are a great communicator. You take pride in your work, and it shows. And if I were an employer, or if I was somebody that was going to do a recommendation letter for you, I would love to do a recommendation letter for you because you're outstanding. Other people in the class are coming at their work from a principle of scarcity. I am going to do just enough for this guy to give me the points that I need to make an A in this class. Others of you are going above and beyond. Some of you may be using AI to generate your discussion questions. You're like, screw that. I'm not watching the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. I'll just get ChatGPT to do me analysis of the thing and write it for me. And it's very evident when people do that. You are attempting your work from a principle of scarcity. We go through the budget. Remember the budget. 70% spend, right? Yay, spend. 10% save. Yay, save. 10% invest. Yay, invest. 10% give. Are you crazy? You're a nut job. I do not have anything to give. Maybe you can't give of money, but can you give of your time? Can you tutor struggling kids? Can you be a volunteer at a hospital with some of your time? And if you don't have time, maybe you do have some extra money. And to say that you don't have money to give is coming from the principle of, say it with me, you know it by now, scarcity. I can't give because I don't have anything. And you come from a principle of abundance and you go, you know what? I can't give much, but I can give $1. And I can promise you, a person who goes at it and says, in the equal financial situations, the person that gives $1 and the person that withholds $1, misery and joy. It's very simple. So I want you to think about your artwork. You might even want to go back and redo it. Make the circle little. Remember, nobody puts your life in a circle. Nobody confines you. You are you. You are smart. You are intelligent. You have been given an abundant life, and you should use that abundant life to impact your world and to impact those who you encounter on a daily basis. Now, our lecture today is really, really short because I wanted to come into you and basically tell you about the principle of scarcity and abundance. And I want you to leave with that abundance. I hope and pray that your engagement with me on this day has made your day and your life just a little better. That's why I say I don't like doing hard exams and, making things really difficult for you. No. That's not my job, is to make your life difficult. I'm here to make your life more enriched. I'm here to make you think. I am here to make you think and to debate and to stand behind your ideas. We're here to open the world of tremendous possibilities to you. Are you waking up thinking about the possibilities, or are you waking up thinking about the problems? It's a tremendous difference. So as you go on the rest of your day, I want you to see the possibilities. I want you to acknowledge the problems, but deal with how the problem will make you a better person. Let me give you a story. So, my wife and I were unable to have children the natural way. We just were unable to do it. So, what we did was we decided we would go through fertility treatments. And we had to travel to Atlanta 5 days a week for fertility treatments. Beth had to get shots. They had to do the IVF, in vitro fertilization. We did that 5 days a week, month after month after month, driving to Atlanta, an hour and a half a day in traffic, hour and a half to get back, $480 per day, month after month after month after month. No insurance coverage that would cover it, anything like that. $480 a day cash. We finally got pregnant. We were so excited. It was time to go to the ultrasound. We go to the ultrasound, and guess what? There's no heartbeat. So we are devastated. In the meantime, we begin the process of adoption. And the process of adoption led us to my little daughter, Abby, who was 9 months old in Guatemala. We got her when she was 9 months old. Had we not gone through the fertility process, had we gotten pregnant, I would have never had an opportunity to meet my daughter, Abby. And because we were unable to have children the natural way, I now have a beautiful family of 5 children that I would never have met had we got pregnant. If you would ask my wife and I, do we wish we had got pregnant? The answer right now is an astounding no. I am glad, and my wife is glad, that we never got pregnant and had a birth, because we have 5 wonderful kids that we could not imagine life without. Some of my friends sing a song that's very, very important. Now, I love the lyrics to the song. One of the lyrics says this: if you only knew what's in store for you, you'd understand the reason why the wait is so long. One day we had that song in the CD player in the vehicle, and I had the little mirror, the baby mirror in the back, and the words of that song came on, and I looked in the mirror and I saw my little baby sitting in the thing back there, and I thought, wow, if I'd only known what's in store for me, I would understand why we had the struggles that we had in order to get what we were given. An amazing thing. So don't wake up and go, oh God, I can't have children the natural way. Wake up and go, hey, what possibility is there for me to have children? And go with it. Think about the next big obstacle that stands in your way. What are you going to do? Are you going to consider it a barrier to your happiness? Or are you going to seize the moment to go for an alternative route? Think outside the box. So many people today that don't have children, that want children, have never thought outside the box. They said, well, it must come this one way and this one way only. That is not the case. And I am glad that it came to me that the way that it came to me. All because I have a perspective of abundance and not scarcity. I hope you'll be blessed for the rest of your day. I will see y'all next Wednesday.